It was created by me, Peter, George, Thomas, Richard, Sophia, Ming, Karen, and Matt. Thomas.
So, our robot, wait, do we have a robot? Our robot, as you can see, is quite tall. It's not like a short robot, slim. It's like kind of a box shape because we wanted to have like open up for attachments. Like you see all those holes there. Like we could place any attachment on the box. Also, we called it Dave because we like to keep things simple. Like simplicity is our motto. And as you can see, there's not much to it. There's three motors, and one motor in the front. So there's two moving motors and one front motor. And we also have a light sensor because we didn't really find a use for the other sensors.
Probably the most interesting part of our robot was adding the color sensor and this thing in the back, which keeps the wires in place so they don't mess up the alignment parts. And the most difficult part was the gecko, as it has to cover like half the map to get it.
Our strategy was dividing the load as evenly as possible. We divided our group into two parts. One, like for example, one group was doing the shark, the fruit dispensing and the fruit collecting, while the other group did the rest. Also, when our program was done, we just tested and then we add improvements to it.
The process of making our robot started with the base robot. We tried to make it simple, like as Thomas and Jason said, and we made notable changes. For example, I added on a basket you can see for the wires so that it wouldn't mess up our mission when we were running.
So the robot we chose, we made it tall and durable because we wanted to break at like the slightest collision. So we had to make it durable enough so it can run into things without breaking every 3 seconds. And we made sure that each mission had its own attachment because if we had an attachment for like a separate thing, it would get a little confusing at times. So we also made it so that we had a hook so we can like put the pandas in place. That's one example of an attachment. Or for the gecko, we can make like a giant crane to land it onto the wall.
Our robot has 2 motors for movement and a medium motor and a large motor for its attachments. It has 2 large wheels and a color sensor. It is made of many large parts. The bird can be easily taken off by taking off a few bolts, and also each of its parts are attached each of our is fastened securely, and we use many attachments like the hook for the gecko and the bee, and the box for the shark, and even more attachments.
The robot programming is organized and stored to each member's computer. The robot, they're organized in order that are going to be done at the tournament. We use sensors to follow some of the black lines, such as for like we used the lines for like the gecko mission. We would name the program for each mission, and like such as the bee program was called the bee.
So something we thought was pretty clever was whenever the robot would cross the dog, the ball would always get stuck on the bottom. So we would add these 2 things on the back, which would prop them up so it wouldn't get stuck. So, I hope you enjoyed that.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great, thank you. You want to run some stuff?
Run a couple missions, whatever ones you want, in any order you want.
George?
And then while that's going on, tell me a little bit about your programming. What do you use for movement? Do you run on time? Do you run on degrees, rotation? Anyone can answer.
Oh, normally we use time because wait, can I see the lever step? So for example, if it got stuck on the back, it couldn't move. So if we made it a timer for 3 seconds, after those 3 seconds, we just get moving again. So that was like, we can predict what could happen after those couple seconds.
And your color sensor. Have you ever noticed anything about how it's going to act differently in maybe your shop to here, someone else other than you, because you just answered the last one? And how do you guys deal with that?
We make some minor changes to make sure it doesn't affect the entire program. And we usually will try to fix it if we can. If we can't, we will go to one of our coaches for assistance if we need to.
So how do you, I'll go back to you. So how do you try and fix it if the color sensor isn't working?
Well, normally the only problem with the color sensor was that our robot was going too slow, so it re-ran into the light sensor when we didn't want it to. So what I did, because I'm like one of the only people who use the color sensor, we made it that for the color sensor we put a timer before it, like a 4-second delay action. So when it went across here and made a turn, it wouldn't resense the light sensor, because that was one of the biggest problems.
Okay.
How did you,
What led you to this final robot design? Were there many before this?
Well, a lot of the prototypes that we tried, they would just fall apart once they ran, so this was probably the only plausible design.
Also that it was really stable because the ball and the two wheels, they like bounce it evenly. And for the dog mission, we also put things at the bottom to support it. Yeah, and
So go ahead and run that
You can
question.
run whenever you
Yeah. We're gonna ask you questions as you
Run
run
whenever
missions.
you want.
Alright, George.
How many of the missions are you attempting today?
5 missions.
And what 5 of those?
Pig, dog, the bee,
And the
Oh, we also tried the panda
we're trying to.
at the same time.
so how do you choose the missions that you?
Well, we were each assigned to like one mission. Like we were all assigned to like one of the missions on the back, and we take the ones that are closest and the most secure, so we can like depend on them. So like not at the tournament, we like.
Yeah, we also tried to pick the most consistent ones.
Yeah, like last week, we had everyone test their run, and the ones who weren't that successful, we had to cut it.
So how many missions have you attempted that you're not trying today? So how many all together?
We tried, ultimately we tried basically all of them. So we tried the refrigerator, but we scrapped that. We tried the cow and we scrapped that. But overall, we just had to pick the best ones that were consistent.
You can run whatever you want.
this is the pig.
So yeah, this is the pig.
Do you have other missions programmed into it that you're not going to use today?
No,
We deleted them so we can have them in order, so at the tournament we don't waste too much time. And plus we had.
So go ahead, Reza. Don't worry about it. Set it up and try it again.
Yeah, for the
Our
pig,
table might be a little messed up, so it might not be you guys, it might be us. So don't worry if it messes up.
for the pig mission, we tried to keep it as secure as we could, just a forward back. We're collecting the pig, and we also used the one-way gate, which the pig can go in, but it can't go out.
Okay, so like I said, that's by the table. So go ahead and try something else.
Oh, we'll try to, you can do that one.
And while they're setting that up, this is your last minute. So tell us anything that you'd like to highlight, any questions that we didn't ask you. And as soon as you guys are ready, go ahead and run that mission. And we'll
So
watch.
like 30 minutes ago, our robot wasn't going straight, so we decided to wash the wheels because we thought the wheels had something to do. And believe it or not, there was food under the wheels, so it couldn't go straight.
That fixed up things.
Oh, well, look, a blend is as simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, someone should eat the food, not the robot. But
We were kind of nervous because everything was working fine until now.
so how are you dealing with the nerves? Being nervous is a good thing, by the way. That's not a bad thing. So how are we dealing with the nerves?
Trying to
Well,
calm down.
we calm.
So now.
Smiling.
Smiling. Oh, I like that answer.
Yoga.
We also encourage each other, so like we make each other feel pretty proud.
Okay. So this is gonna be your last mission you get to run. So hurry up and run it.
Oh, that didn't work.
All right. Well, thank you. It's been a blast.
Have a good day. Have a good time.
Good luck with everything else.
Thank you.
Lucky guys.
Thank you.